Hello everyone, it's me, Riffraff Hornhelm, and I'm back again with another presentation from the Dwarven Vault, and today we have a monster review for you. Continuing with our undead turnable creature theme, we're going to talk to you today about the LICH from the original monster manual as used with Advanced Dungeons & Dragons, or what's commonly known as 1E. So we're going to talk about this nasty booger. The LICH is a very singular creature. It's very rare, only encountered one at a time. I think there's been more than their fair share of representations of liches in film and in obviously literature, painting, this kind of stuff. And you have the typical kind of scary skeleton-like figure that has a crown. And is usually has tattered robes and things like this, and blazing eyes. They're very nasty creatures. They are 11 plus hit dice. That varies because a LICH is created from a magic user or magic user / cleric who went through a great deal of enchantments and intent in order to become a LICH. And since that's a minimum level of 18, in terms of that magic user cleric has to be 18th level, the 11 plus starts there. If they're higher level, they get another hit dice for each level above that. That's really, really nasty. So they also have an armor class of 0. Now, their upfront attack is not necessarily that nasty. It's 1 to 10 based on touch. 1 to 10 points of damage. And you have to make a save versus, I believe it's fear or paralyzed. It's one of the two. And you are preventing yourself from being paralyzed by the touch, but you don't get an energy drain, which I guess is maybe a small benefit. If you're 5th level or lower, you don't even get a save. You flee in fear at the very sight of a LICH. Now, that's a pretty good indicator right there that for creatures, and this includes adventuring parties, that are low level, a LICH is not an encounter. It's a run like hell thing, okay? You're not going to go up against a LICH. It just, you have no chance whatsoever. So a LICH is really nasty on that side. And of course, because they were converted from the living into this creature, they also take their complete spell book with them and have full use, as if they had been alive, of all the spells that are within. This is one badass creature. Now, a LICH is undead, so it's turnable. But it's a very difficult creature to turn. It's way up on the chart, and you have to be a pretty high-level cleric to have a good chance to turn it. Now, once again, if 5th level or lower flees in panic, well, yeah, you can understand that you need a very high-level cleric to be able to defeat a LICH on that basis. A very, very nasty creature. They don't have any special magical defenses. So they are susceptible to somebody else getting them with magic and regular magic spells. Having said that, they also have that ability. It's very rare that your magic user is going to be, in your party at least, is going to be more powerful than a LICH. So this is one very, very, very nasty creature. And really, amongst the undead, certainly one of the most frightening and capable, not because of their spooky undead powers, but because of the fact that they are undead and have this huge cornucopia of magic they can use. That makes them a very, very effective opponent, and one that you want to avoid. Now, of course, from a dwarf's perspective, we don't like these anyways. I mean, we don't like anything like that. These live in subterranean, like a labyrinth or maze. Because of the rituals required to bring it back to life to begin with, they tend to hide themselves way far away. And it'll be inside of a dark stone structure, usually underground, but certainly away from all light. And you're going to have to find them. They're generally not going to come looking for you. They're not, at least within the context of the original game, not ones who are out there interacting with the world around them very much at all. I don't know what they do, to be honest. So, a Lich is a very, very scary creature. And in talking to the Hornhelm community, when I talked to the Hornhelm dungeon masters out there about a Lich, once again, this is a creature that's got an awful lot of press, if you will. It's got an awful lot of exposure to the general public. And a Lich is definitely got a very, very strong reputation amongst everyone on both the dungeon master side and the player side. From a DM side, when they look at Undead, they said that this one was special mainly because of all the magic that it could do as a Lich. And I didn't have anybody rank it lower than a 9. From the player side, pretty much the same, 9 to 10. They thought that was as difficult of a creature to run into as anything you could find out there. An evil undead magic creature that could throw these huge spells and wipe out vast swaths of opponents and do huge amounts of damage. I mean, think about it, from an 11 plus hit dice creature that is throwing fireballs as a 18th level plus magic user. Those are some pretty nasty fireballs. So in any case, the Lich is one that if you have the opportunity to avoid it, I suggest you do so. If you're going to be in combat with a Lich, you really need to have a pretty good sized party and some powerful clerics. Hopefully the clerics can at least help. It's very, very hard to defeat them. And you need to be well prepared to handle a lot of real badass magic if you want to get past a Lich. So, that's our view today of the Lich. And we hope you found this informational, entertaining, enjoyable, all that kind of good stuff. If you did, please be so kind as to give us a like, consider sharing, consider subscribing, and come back and see us again real soon. We very much appreciate your kind support. Take care, everyone, and remember, dwarves rock!